Restructuring, solution to separatist agitation, says Northern groups. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Restructuring is the answer to the separatist agitations in parts of Nigeria, says the coalition of Northern groups, CNG, called on the northern and southern parts of the country to support restructuring. Speaking with journalists on the state of a nation at the weekend, the convener, Yoruba, said the neglect of restructuring and implementation of true federalism retarded the nation's progress. According to him, if the federal government had started the restructuring and the process of true federalism, the agitation for separation would not have come up. The power concentration at the center is enormous. There should be deliberate efforts to weaken the power at the center and make the component parts more productive and resourceful. This is the only way the country can move forward. A situation where the center determines the fate of a component part, state, or region does not augur well for the development of Nigeria. We should make deliberate efforts to go back to the regional model when they are given power to develop their resources, contribute to the center. This is the only way the country can make progress. The CNG leader, who is also the national president of Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, AYCF, argued that the reason for the agitation for Biafra and Oduduwa republics was due to the non-implementation of restructuring and true federalism. He added that the exclusion made the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho to overheat the polity. Meanwhile, 4 years after the CNG gave the Igbo notice to quit northern region, Shettima hinted that the northerners were almost becoming prisoners in their own area. He said, "We are afraid of our lives. We thought assassins would kill us. We are almost becoming prisoners as we can no longer move freely. Even at home, we do not have sound sleep. In fact, it was a very difficult period until the whole saga died down and a truce was reached." Yerima disclosed that Arewa Youth would not support any candidate who is above 60 years for the nation's presidency in 2023. Now, the truth is, individuals, organizations, groups, name it, governments, parastatals, ministers, officials, they have come out and they have said restructuring. But restructuring without negotiation will really do little. Sincerely. You have to really understand where this people is calling from. You have to, understand what they really, really want. See, the thing is, if you do not communicate well, even as a human being, the communication between you and someone does not go freely, there's going to be a problem. Even if you mean well for the person. That is just the truth. Even if you mean well for someone and the communication is not clear, the person will continue to feel as if, because you're ignoring him, the communication flow is not clear. The person would not know. No matter how your intentions are or what your intentions are. That remains the truth. So first of all, the step in the right direction is going to be one that was recently suggested by one of our past presidents. Both the two former presidents and the person of ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo and ex-president Goodluck Jonathan. Both of them suggested restructuring. But while Obasanjo suggested restructuring as the answer, the former president suggested that there should be dialogue and negotiation before the restructuring. Because if you just go into restructuring, there are a lot of things that will still be unanswered. Some questions will still be left unanswered and some issues will still be left untreated. The best thing, what is the very first step? Is this people's leader now that are being detained? Both the Oduduwa nation and the Biafra nation, both of them come together, not even just them alone. All 6 geopolitical zones are well represented. Everybody comes together. What is the problem? What led to this? This is the problem. This is how we are feeling. This is what is happening. This is what, okay, fine, we've heard you. What do you think is the way forward? Then you start listening to suggestions. And I tell you, at the end of the day, this will further now more clear the air. Then if you want to even now come and start, restructuring, it will going to come as in, it will be going freely. Very freely. there will be smooth, there'll be a smooth restructuring. Why? Because everybody is present. Everybody has, yes, we are wounded. I'm wounded. He's wounded. She's wounded. But let us come together and heal each other's wounds and restructure the country. It will go a very long way. And I just wish that the government is going to be more communicable. They have not been communicable. The government only comes out to speak whenever it has something to say. Yes, that's what happens. Whenever it has something to say, and it is not enough. The government should come out. They should be able to, communicate with its people, come out, listen to them, communicate back to them. It is going to clear a lot of air. This particular policy is coming out, this particular policy is coming out, and this is what the policies will be doing. Communication will solve a problem. Oh, why? Why is it going to be doing this? Why not? You get suggestions. And I'm telling you, even in the person of the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo now, he said that a government that does not listen to his or her people, a government that does not listen to their people, that government is heading to their destruction. Because you are not even going to know whether the so-called good intentions you had, these people appreciate it. You might be wanting to get sweets for someone now, or biscuits, and this person is suffering from diabetes. Deep down in your mind, the intention is good. Now you take that sweet to the person, and the person says, I'm sorry, I do not want. You might feel hurt, especially maybe when you put so much effort into trying to get that particular thing for the person. That is how it is. So there is this to be this open flow of communication, so that at the end of the day, before things go so far, you'll be able to see it and say, okay, they say this one is not okay for them. You pause it. Then you can also communicate with them and, explain to them, this and this and this is what is going to happen. There's some policies that is going to be taken and backed on or enforced. And at the end of the day, you see that those policies, initially, it will look like a burden and a lot of burden to the people. But as time goes on, it is going to be of benefit to them. It is communication that will come and explain it. That this is coming, and this is how it will look like, but not to worry, in so time, this will happen. Nigerian government has been lacking it for a very long time. Sincerely, the issue of, giving information and getting information, communication cannot be sidelined. So yes, while restructuring remains, the solution to the problem, restructuring with negotiation also. And of course, I just pray that this government will become, open to suggestions. And when the suggestions come, they will take it, and they will not only speak when they have something to say, but when they really want to communicate to their people. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.